It's a beautifully rainy afternoon here in the west of Ireland at Old Cottage, so you're very welcome. So I've shot a little video, little segments about my knitting, about driving up to Sligo, about the new solar lights that I've got installed, which are wonderful, makes a huge difference, and just a general catch up and a big thank you for all the wonderful comments you left on my previous video. They are a joy to read, in praise of women. So Sligo is my nearest big shopping town. I go there about once a week. It's the most beautiful drive because I drive along the coast. This is Sligo Bay, or a small part of it, because Sligo is massive and the Atlantic Ocean is even more massive. The tide is out and you can see it's just tempting you to stop the car, get out and just say a glorious thank you for this beautiful earth. I mean, whose heart would not be lifted to just stand here and look at this? This is pure joy. Breathe deeply. So you all know from the previous video that I knit one sleeve longer than the other, much longer than the other. Well, I did my first solution. I cut the sleeves off at about the elbow. Anyway, to start with, both sleeves are now the same length. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to knit down the waist, down towards the wrist, and finish off in some unusual manner. Maybe do a little frill or something. So here we are. This is the sleeves now being knit down the waist. I'm using 3 needles. So I just knit across both the sleeves and just keep going. So it's definitely equal length now. Surely nothing can go wrong at this point. Yeah. Fingers crossed and everything else crossed, I think, at this point. But it wasn't as difficult as what I thought it was going to be. Yeah. And I think my mother had a hand in this, and it was a way of getting you all talking about mothers and saying such beautiful praise. And definitely that mistake was meant to be. Because, well, just because. So I'm very excited to show you the solar lights that I got for outside the cottage. Now all these lights are solar operated, so they're free to use. They shine down the ways, so they're not causing light pollution going up. They only come on when they're triggered by, I suppose, heat and movement. Yeah, they're really good. So I'm just going to walk all the way around the cottage. You can see it's quite dark, coming round the corner, going up towards my car. But you'll see shortly one of the little lights come on, and it's quite powerful. There we go, look at that. Quite a powerful little light. Delighted that these aren't attached to the grid or anything. So they will continue to work all the time. They get enough sunlight to charge them, enough solar. So this is the back of the lodge. And again, I'm just going to pan the camera around and you can see the illumination. Then I have another one sort of tucked in under the veranda of the lodge, which should be triggered. There we go. So that's come on. You see the kind of blue-white light on the left? That's the solar one. And then there's another solar light here by the entrance to the veranda. And we'll walk on round, go round towards the corner of the barn. You can just see there's a little bit of downlight where the solar is waiting to be triggered. And voila, look at that. Now these stay on for about 20 seconds, 25 seconds after the movement that's triggered them has disappeared, or the heat that's triggered them. And then there's another one down here just on the corner of the barn as we go around to the front of the cottage. And there we go, look at that. Fantastic light. So it's going to be, there we go, looking back. It's going to be a lot safer walking around the cottage during the winter months, and even doing a little bit of work around the cottage, whether that's storing logs in the barn. Now the light outside the front door has just been triggered, and again it's a beautiful illumination. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. So it's very minimalistic, similar to this little lamp I have in the porch. It's minimalistic, it does the job, it doesn't cost the earth. One of my favourite sayings, if it costs the earth, it's not doing anyone any good. And yeah, happy with that. So from a very rainy Saturday afternoon here in the beautiful west of Ireland, no matter what the weather, have a fantastic weekend, a lovely week, and I'll be back soon. Blessings to you all. Built in a cottage when I first saw it. And this is the view from the cottage, from the road up to the cottage. And this is the view from the cottage down towards the road.